So I saw Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and yeah, it was definitely a kids movie, but it had some wholesome moments and great comedic performances. So everything in this movie looked pretty good. Yeah, we've come a long way from Ratman Gangster's Paradise Sonic. I don't even want to think about how Tails and Knuckles would have looked with that style. Sometimes the animations on their eyes would be a little weird looking, maybe just because they're so huge, but other than that, it looked pretty great. So Ben Schwartz's Sonic. It still works for me. I'm still not totally hooked into his comedic bits as Sonic. Surprisingly, I think he's actually a better Sonic when he's being more serious, but he's definitely not bad. I also think he shines best when he's interacting with the other characters, like Knuckles and Tails. And speaking of Tails, he was really great in this movie. In fact, I think I probably could have used more Tails, considering he was knocked out for a good 20 minutes in the movie. There's this really cute scene between Sonic and Tails that I thought was great at showing the relationship that they have with each other and how much Tails just looks up to Sonic. And man, I'm so happy that we're getting voice actor representation with Colleen. Oh shit, I can't pronounce that last name. She did a great job, and I'm proud of the studio for not making every single character in this franchise voiced by a big celebrity. Now, onto the character that was voiced by a big-time celebrity. So Knuckles was well done in this movie. Probably a little bit too much of that ignorant warrior character that doesn't understand Earth stuff or metaphors, but they did a good job with Knuckles' relationships with the characters, especially towards the end. And oh boy, Idris Elba. In the first 20 minutes, I swear they gave Knuckles like 3 to 4 badass and sexy entrances. Like they knew what they were doing with Idris Elba voicing the character. That man's voice is smooth, and I bought it as Knuckles as well. So if they decide to make that Knuckles spin-off show or whatever on Paramount Plus, I'll check it out. Idris Elba, come on. I wonder if they'd adapt Knuckles and the Chaotix so we can get Vector the Crocodile and Bomb? What? And then, of course, we had Jim Carrey as Eggman. I think I like this performance here even more than the last movie. This man is the master of physical comedy, and he has some great one-liners as well. Also, I swear sometimes when he'd laugh in the movie, I could hear Mike Pollock's Eggman's voice. I'm not sure if Jim Carrey was intending to do this or not, but it was pretty nice. Also, they were really hammering home the relationship between Mr. Stone and Eggman. It may be a one-way relationship, but it was pretty prominent throughout the film, and hey, I'm here for it. Oh right, and then the rest of the humans. They weren't bad per se. Like, I really liked all the familial bonds present throughout, but I think they should have turned down some of the screen time for them. Like I'm sure you've heard, but the wedding scene took up way too much time, and here's the thing. I actually liked the wedding scenes in the movie, but for some reason they decided to stay there for way too long. To get into minor spoilers, basically Sonic needed to be rescued by the human characters, and it was just not needed. I feel like it was just added to get the movie to the 2-hour mark. There was also a dance scene with Sonic and Tails that also kind of dragged on a bit, so it wasn't just primarily because of the humans. Also, with both the wedding scene and the dance scene, they didn't really make any sense plot-wise either. Like, why were there gun agents at the wedding if Sonic wasn't even supposed to be there? And why did Sonic not just use his super speed to grab the map and leave when they were dancing? I don't know, and who cares? All the action set pieces were really well done, especially the final fight. That Death Egg robot looked really good, and I loved the way it mimicked Eggman's movements. And now getting into spoilers, a live-action Supersonic. I think it was executed to a great effect, and I'm just surprised we got a live-action Supersonic before we got a live-action Super Saiyan, to be honest. It's definitely possible. They just don't be fucking stupid. But yeah, it was a great way to end the movie. Also, for both this movie and the last movie, the credits are always so cool with the sprite animations and everything. Just being a huge love letter to the old Genesis games. And come on, Kid Cudi, that song slaps. And oh, after the credits, I guess we're getting an adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2? Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog is gonna be in it. Wonder if we're gonna get the firing squad scene. Or the 11-year-old girl getting shot to death. Yeah, probably not. But, okay. Okay, for the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog, my dream casting would be Robert Pattinson. Imagine him doing the Batman voice for Shadow.
They think I'm hiding in the shadows. But I am Shadow.
I'm thinking they're gonna do a mix of some Sonic Adventure 1 and some Sonic Adventure 2. Like maybe replace the Bio Lizard with Chaos or something. Also, I'm pushing for Big the Cat and Froggy to make an appearance, baby. But yeah, overall, I would say it's a solid kids movie. Nothing groundbreaking, some cringy jokes, good performances, and has some heart in it for sure. I'd say if you aren't a Sonic fan, I wouldn't watch it unless you're a big fan of Jim Carrey. Overall, I'd give it a 7 out of 10.